Okay, so it's second part of Hitman. Let's play, boys.
If that's your winning face, I'd hate to see you lose.
We underestimated the Constant.
Yeah, he's a glorified desk clerk.
He's not just after the money. He wants it all.
We caught him once, we can do it again. And, well, we're not the ones who let him escape.
You still don't trust her.
I don't like executive decision makers. Look, you don't have to follow her, you know? Soon, this will be over. Maybe it's time to think about the future. You have to face the possibility that there's no going back. If the ICA knows what you did...
She'll make it right. She always does.
We have a fix on Carlisle. Come on. We've got a plane to catch. I hope you like the rain, 47.
It is written in Russian mafia.
How did you...
I have everyone's number. You really ought to know by now.
You planned this? All of it?
Don't be silly. I just played the hand I was dealt.
We'll find you.
You had me. Where'd that get you?
We handed you an empire.
It's for the best. The partners were complacent, set in their ways. But power is more than just security. Providence can be an agent of change. Surely you understand. Or you will. Soon enough.
Okay. ये स्टोरी अभी तक चल रही है वो एक पूरी एक ही सिंगल स्टोरी चलेगी. Death in the family.
She came home.
Carlisle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Okay.
Alexa Carlisle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlisle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlisle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlisle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlisle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlisle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Okay.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
Let's go, guys. It's the part two, the part two, the part two, the part two. Okay, buddy. Find the case file. What? Bring the phone with us. Let's go. Yo, Pratik. This is the game of the
Thornbridge
history.
Manor. The Carlyle family's home for countless generations.
Agent 47 bike pe aaya.
The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Go, boys. Let's go. So, okay. First of all, let's go. And there she is. Oh,
This is a private area, sir. Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlyle.
okay. Let's. What the fuck is this? Oh, pretty damn shitty.
Please do.
If you follow me. I know I ought to be saying things, but here, everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral and then she turns up alive. But then the awful things with her brother Zachary and all this security. I've never seen a place guarded like this. And I dare say I don't like it at all.
Oh, by the way, I told Kate about this test.
What did she say?
Well, I thought she'd be mad at me, but she just thanked me that she understood the position I was in. We had a really good talk about it.
What did I tell you? She's a sensible woman. And that stuff from your ass.
I guess I thought she was going to be in how say I must have done something to provoke her.
Shit, man. Caroline really did a number on you.
Okay, buddy. That's not gonna happen. No. कैसे जाया जाए? You know what? I have an idea.
Oh, there it is.
Stay here and you'll be safe.
Okay, yeah, okay, I totally understand.
Shit.
Hello? Anyone there?
I have yet to see a mystery I haven't solved. And I don't give a toss about my fame, if that's what you're worried about. My lips are sealed.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
Too much, Madam Carlyle. The crime scene, if such exists, is never where I begin.
Do as you wish. However, I expect a result in a timely fashion. Fernsby will take over from here.
I'm Mr. Fernsby, the butler. I will try to assist you as best I can. Where would you like to start your investigation, sir?
Where's the family? I like to prime the suspects a bit.
Madam Carlyle's family
Wait a minute.
members are all on this floor. Maybe start in the sitting room, if you'll follow me this way. Priming, you say? That sounds interesting.
It's like planting seeds that will grow into telling actions or words.
I see. Do you wish to plant any such seeds with me before I leave you to it?
I already have. And fruit they bear. You are bold, not easily faced, self-controlled, and always a step ahead.
I can
All
feel the
qualities
hair
a
on my
man
neck stand.
would benefit
You have a
from.
way with words, Dan.
Wouldn't you say?
I wouldn't know, I'm afraid. If that is all, sir, please do come and find me.
ये भाई साहब पूरी जगह एकदम घिरी हुई है बंदों से.
Just one question. Is that burned leather I can smell on you? Unusual
God.
for a butler to burn leather.
I don't know what you...
Seeds, Mr. Fernsby.
Seeds.
Okay, he's coming here.
I could listen all day. Pours emotion into that instrument.
You and me both.
Why waste away in front of the books when he can play like that? That music makes my heart soar.
Quite the poet. But you're right. It's beautiful.
He's going here. There we go, boys.
What a marriage. Splendid dynamics between the two. Loaded with conflict, unsaid fears and desires. I could just stand and play.
लग रहा है इसको ओपन में ही मारना पड़ेगा.
That would mean... No, too early to conclude.
Okay, buddy.
bad news, I'm afraid. We don't have any extra fuses. Ethel looked everywhere.
You strike me as independent and self-sufficient, taking a break where the family might see you. Perhaps you're also perceptive. Tell me the first odd thing that comes to mind when you think of the last 24 hours.
Let me think.
First thing, don't think.
I guess we could do
Okay.
that.
Well, I'm sure I left 20 quid in my locker, but when I came in this morning, it was only a $5.
No, not perceptive at all.
That's a good plan.
Muddy prints from high heels. Expensive.
Yeah.
Size 6. Hey? Good job. Don't you...
If you're dressed like a Detective 47, you might as well act the detective. I suggest you go talk to the butler.
Phil, did you find out that the vote was notarized?
How the hell did that happen?
Mr. Whitmer, are you ready
Just
to
keep
inspect
calm.
the crime scene now?
I am.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir. I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all.
How are
So
you?
please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this. Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
ये कारपेट क्यों पलटा हुआ है? Investigate Zachary's bedroom. Okay, that's the laptop. ये लैपटॉप में कुछ मिलेगा शायद.
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal. Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
Crazy. Okay. मेरे को इस वजह से तो ये गेम अच्छी लगती है.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. I think the crime scene has more clues, 47.
No need to panic.
यहाँ पे मैंने जो भी है वो इसके अंदर ही है. Oh.
A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
This is very useful information, 47.
ये the oldest child of Alexa, Carlos Georgie, the suspect in the murder of Zachary. The middle child of Alexa, Georgie, the suspect in the... Okay. The son of Emma and Georgie, Patrick.
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues
Come and
first?
stay in my place in London. Hey, back off a bit, would you? I'm serious. I have a friend who's a model. She says that's the sweet, sweet life. You should come and stay in my place in London. We can have her come over, give you some tips.
I'm quite happy here, thanks.
Patrick Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexa used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him, then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
Okay. Middle floor of the mansion.
Did the portrait photographer check out? Verified his identity?
I vetted him thoroughly. He's good. Now just go away with you.
Of course, sir.
I'll come back later.
Sorry, but I think Right.
Yeah, what you said.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
Who am I kidding? He's probably not looking for anything serious.
Hello, sir.
Reading? You look really smart. In a good way.
I do like reading.
Really? I like reading too. I read all the time. Literature and such.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Dangerous situations, right?
I should let you get back to...
Yeah.
गेट बंद था ना What the?
Did you talk to Mother?
I haven't had the pleasure.
She just clams up when I try to get an explanation. That myself.
Hope you're well, sir.
Maybe it's just my subconscious telling me it's time to think about something. Settle down.
Never mind. Oh, I need that.
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
The bedroom is switch staying alone, located in the middle floor of the mansion towards the parking area. But first I need to break.
Possibly.
Oh, no,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. Huh? Did you give the Fitzpatrick token to Madame Carlyle's daughter?
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Of course.
You know what?
Gregory, don't say more to that weird detective than you need to.
I was just having a laugh, yeah.
कैमरा में सब रिकॉर्ड हो गया है.
I think it's a weapon.
Stay in cover.
Gregory
Let me
Carlyle,
through.
can you tell
No
me
problem.
where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Is that all? Not very...
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing, really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you...
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Is that all?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 8:45.
I think Patrick ने ही किया
I
है.
swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Oh, stop.
This guy.
Very well, Mr. Ferguson.
Sup?
That is the door to Rebecca's room. I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
The hell? बुड्ढा चालू था क्या? ये तो ये पता चलेगा यहाँ पे ये कौन सी जगह खुलेगी.
It doesn't exist. What do you mean it doesn't exist? Right.
बाथरूम में से देखता था वो.
Blindsided here. I have no idea what's going on. It's all gone. No, she's calm as ice. It's just not natural. Nobody's that calm. It's gonna end in murder, I'm telling you.
This all confirms that Arthur Edwards stole everything from Madame Carlyle. Perhaps you should let her know how bad it is, 47.
The storage room in the staff quarters on the ground floor of the mansion. मेरी अपॉर्चुनिटी मिस हो गई.
Such a gentleman. He gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
You mean like Chris? He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games, never any romance. I deserve romance.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
Things will have to change once I'm in charge. We're all...
ये इनके सस्पेक्ट बचे हैं. इसको कैसे चेक करूं? Emma and Gregory's room.
Just relieve Madame Carlyle.
Did all the groceries arrive?
मगर मैंने रूम सही से चेक नहीं किया. Missing something. Mansion is fucking huge.
That American lawyer in the small office. Check his travel documents. Everything's in order.
मैंने इसका रूम तो स्कैन कर ही लिया है पूरा. Towards the cemetery. ये cemetery की चिड़िया का नाम है बॉस.
What made you think she'd get back to me?
There you go.
Yeah.
चलो रोमांस कर रहे हो. Oh. What's this?
A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's... room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
I think मैंने कर लिया यहाँ. और कुछ भी है क्या यहाँ पे? कैमरे का लोगो क्यों आ रहा है? That. Greenhouse. Behind the mansion, located at the rear end of the garden. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Sorry.
हाँ, ये चक्कर चल रहे हैं. वहाँ से घूम के आ गया. ज़्यादा यहाँ पे इन्होंने डार्क किया हुआ है. ग्रीन हाउस. अच्छा, उसमें कुछ जहर मिला था ना, तो मे बी ये जो जहर था वही जहर यहाँ कहीं से लिया गया. देखा, ये आ गया कैमरे का.
Startled me. I was just... I don't know, thinking about Zachary. He spent most of his life in here with these plants. Oh, well.
Well, anyway, I'll be outside if you need.
I don't believe for a second that Zachary committed suicide. We'd only just run through his plan for the spring seedlings yesterday.
Yes, sure.
Emma Carlyle in the greenhouse. How curious.
I'd say worried about how things...
Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was recently used, though.
This is a table
You have
showing
uncovered enough
lethal
evidence
dosages
to tell
for the
Madame
poison
Carlyle
used to
that
kill
Emma
Zachary.
is the murderer. Quite the detective, 47. I'm impressed. Something is circled, 47. Female, age 65 to 79, 60 to 64 kilograms. I'd say Madame Carlyle is next in line for a poisoning. I suggest you go tell Mr. Fernsby. Unless you think there are more secrets to uncover.
Nope, I'm done.
Hey, Rebecca.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
The biggest missions में से एक है ये.
Greetings, sir.
Lightning.
How are you, sir?
This is Madam Carlyle's office.
Greetings, sir.
Please step inside.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den,
How are you
47.
today,
Now, go claim your reward.
Please, go ahead.
Your niece, Emma Carlyle, murdered your brother Zachary.
My niece? Emma is not my niece. She's my daughter-in-law.
And your niece. Emma is the illegitimate child of your late older brother, Montgomery, who you and Zachary killed 46 years ago.
That's preposterous.
You asked me to find out what happened to Zachary. Would you rather not know?
No. No, go on.
I found a letter from Emma's mother, Jane, who was the fiancée of your older brother at the time of his death. She witnessed how you and Zachary pushed him off the balcony. She believed you did it to steal the Carlyle empire from her and her unborn child. And she raised Emma to reclaim what she lost. Marry your heir, Gregory, get revenge, and secure the Carlyle empire for her bloodline generations to come.
Emma is the daughter of Montgomery and that local girl, Jane.
She is.
Well, the girl got it wrong. I didn't steal anything. I did what was necessary to protect the future of the Carlyles. Montgomery wasn't cut out to take over from father. All heart and no balls.
Emma used the funeral gathering to speed up her installment as the lady of the house, seizing the opportunity to stage Zachary's suicide. She did her homework, used a poison made from one of Zachary's rare plants, found old floor plans from Thornbridge Manor to gain access to his room through a secret passage.
That scheming bitch.
More than you think. I found proof that she will try to poison you next.
Well, I'll have to take care of that. Thank you, Mr. Whitmer. You have not disappointed. I promised you I would reward you generously if you solved the case. So, what do you suggest?
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Edwards, the Constant. But how do you... Oh, I see. I expected you might show up. But to kill me, not help me. But I've been wrong on so many things lately, so why not this one? I will give you the file on Edwards. You've earned it. I don't suppose I could convince you to deal with my daughter-in-law now you're here. I would like to see her dead. No? What a shame. I'll have to see to it some other way then.
ये क्या किया? What? अच्छा फाइल के लिए
All you want is in the same. God, I hope you get Edwards and make him hurt. I need some privacy. Thank you.
Greetings, sir.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle. Mission complete. Well done, 47.
ये क्या होता है?
I can't forget his eyes. They were so sweaty.
So I think, yeah, what you said.
Later.
'47. They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
Hey, that's my boy. So guys, this is the end. This is the game. Part 2.